Hey guys, then bring you a video on maybe how you want to deal with muscle cramps, maybe when you're playing sports, or even they can wake you up at night, anything. I think you know what I mean, you can get them in your calf or your thigh or something like that. I'm just going to, in this video, go over what they are, how you can prevent them, and if they do happen, how you can kind of deal with them so that you can get back to being active and back into your kind of motions. Let's get into it. So what are muscle cramps? If people aren't aware, they are sudden involuntary contractions that can last from like seconds to 15 minutes, and they often occur in your calf, your thigh, lower back, abdominal wall, but can happen kind of anywhere, in your foot as well, and they can also be accompanied by a bulge of muscle under the skin, so that's good to know. So how they're often caused is typically because you're exercising and you may have an injury, or another way is because of dehydration, which is very common. You can also get an increased likelihood of getting a cramp if you have low calcium, potassium, sodium and magnesium levels, and a low blood supply to the area. So if you're dancing or something and you've got really tight jeans on, you might get one in your kind of calf because your blood can't really get there very effectively. Certain conditions, and I'm sure if you have these, you're probably aware of this, the side effects when it comes to cramps: spinal nerve compression, kidney failure, an overactive and underactive thyroid gland, and pregnancy also will increase your likelihood of getting cramps, and alcoholism. So if you drink a lot and you keep getting cramps, maybe that might be the reason. So now I've gone over the causes of cramp. How you might want to prevent them is, the big probably one is stretching and warming up, especially in the areas that you're about to work out in the exercise you're doing. You know, this will also prevent injuries if you're doing it correctly. Don't exercise straight after eating. I haven't quite looked into why that causes cramps, but it probably puts too much stress on your system. Similar to when you kind of have a stitch when you're running. Lower your caffeine intake, but make sure to stay hydrated with water or something that will give you electrolytes to basically kind of stop those mineral deficiencies from going, and just keep hydrated with water. And then also, talking about the minerals, make sure you keep your potassium and calcium levels high, especially. Ways you could do this, obviously milk is a big one for calcium, but I don't really have dairy, so I more say I think kale and spinach have a lot of calcium in them. Potassium, I mean, bananas are the main one. They've got loads of potassium in them and they're great for you anyway, and they're one of your 5 a day, so you should have them. So now I've gone over how they're caused and how you might want to prevent them. What if they do happen, and it will happen to you? I get cramps quite a lot, I don't know why, it's always in my calf and it really hurts. You can apply a cold pack or just some ice, or like a cold towel, or you can go the opposite way and you can put a heat pack on it, or just keep it hot. Stretching the affected muscle or this affected area. So if you get it in your calf, kind of do kind of lunges or something like that. You know, if you get it in your tricep, just stretch out your tricep, whatever feels good. And it's probably not going to feel very nice, but it's definitely worth it. Another thing, if it does persist, you can take an anti-inflammatory like ibuprofen, but if it does kind of keep going a lot and it doesn't really stop even when you've had the ibuprofen and it's kind of making it hard to sleep or anything like that, go to a doctor, because there can be numerous causes of cramps like I've gone over before, and it might not just be you're not drinking enough water or something like that. So if it does persist and it is really getting in the way of your life, definitely go to the doctor. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is kind of the first video I'm doing on my I'll make a playlist called Recovery. I'm probably going to go over sprains, kind of back pain, neck pain, posture, just stuff kind of in recovery in general, kind of common injuries. Starting off small, maybe go bigger. You know, I don't know a lot about them, so I don't want to give you guys misinformation and kind of just confuse things more. So I'm definitely going to get there, but when I've kind of built up my knowledge on it. I don't actually have any formal training, so I'm just kind of reading books and looking it up on the internet. I really hope this video helped you, so if you do get a cramp you can kind of deal with it, or maybe stop from getting them together, and I'll see you next week. I'm planning on bringing a new series. Instead of guide to fat loss, it's going to be guide to kind of healthy weight gain, and there's a lot of people out there with a faster metabolism, like I covered in my last video, and they're kind of struggling to gain weight in a healthy way as well, not just having brownies and stuff. And I'm going to do a little series very similar to the fat loss series on the exercise, nutrition and stuff like that. So I'll see you soon.